So in my last video, I talked about how East Asian geomancy fits in the Korean context because, well, the East Dragon pushed back the Japanese pirates. There was the turtle in the north and the white tiger in the west, and I'm just getting confused here, and the red phoenix in the south. Now, Japan also has its own name for these Chinese geomantic mythical animals. And they are called, let me see if I can remember them. There's Genbu in the north, which is the turtle. And when you place a tomb in Japan, Taiwan, China, Hong Kong, Korea, you're going to want to have a mountain, kind of like a turtle, to the north of you. So to the east, you're going to want to have Seiryū, which is the dragon, and how that's represented geographically in terms of planning for tombs. Now, these are tombs for, like, great men and women of history, but you're going to want to have a ridge from the mountain. Kind of looks like a dragon's back. Now, to the west, which hopefully this video is not going to be flipped, but to the west, you're going to want to have the white tiger, which is going to be represented by a lower type ridge. And I forgot to say the white dragon is, the white tiger is Byakko. So we have Genbu, Seiryū, Byakko. And so finally to the south, sorry I had to cough, you're going to have Suzaku, which is the red phoenix, or sometimes another kind of bird, but it's in the south. And, well, since birds fly, it can be something really open. Again, do I believe in these 4 cardinal directions being really important for where I'm buried eventually? No. Do Japanese people even use burial anymore? No. They use, incineration. But it's interesting to note this because if you do go to Japan, Korea, South or North, China, Taiwan, Vietnam, anywhere in the Sinosphere really, you're going to notice that the graves of great individuals, again, these are going to be like emperors, kings, generals, are going to be with a mountain to the north, a pretty high ridge to the east, a lower ridge to the west, and usually something open to the south, like the sea or something. And if you can find somewhere like that, if you're like a real estate investor, buy up that land really quickly, because if you have any kind of East Asian population, like diaspora population in your area, well, this land is going to be really ideal for a funerary site. If you go to Taiwan, there are some areas like this, and they get snapped up really quickly to build the houses of the dead, which is a whole other topic I'm not going to get into, but it's always good to know the myths of different places, because the more you know, the more you can, make inroads with people, make friends, and learn the history. If that's just what's interesting for you, that's what's interesting for me. I'm obviously not someone who can invest in land, but I do think it's interesting. Yeah, so remember the 4 directions. So we got a turtle to the north, that's a mountain. To the east, we got the dragon, that's a high ridge. To the west, we got the white tiger, that's a lower ridge. And to the south, something open, because that represents the air, so therefore the phoenix, the bird, rebirth, etc.